Hey, this is gonna be kind of like a rambly video. I'm just filming this on my laptop. It is currently, past midnight. Um, 'Cause I felt like I had to talk about this because it's kind of been annoying me. You know, sometimes things annoy Tyler, and Tyler feels strongly about things, as we all know, and then Tyler feels the need to talk about them. And today, I want to talk about trans, me being trans. Now, I don't really talk about that a lot on the internet, um, because I know some people, like, they do, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just personally feel like that if that's all I'll talk about, which, first off, that's not all I want to talk about. I actually fairly rarely talk about it, but I feel like that would be my defining characteristic, and I want to be like, oh, like a funny kid on the internet who does videos, a kid who has the iconic hyena laughter, before anything else. Like, I want my personality to come before being trans, before having a cleft lip and palate, before anything else. I want personality, and I think that's fair. Like, I think that's fair. That's a fair thing to request. So if you're new here, hi. Sorry that this is the first video you're seeing by me. I promise there's higher quality videos, even higher, like, camera quality. This is awful. There's higher quality videos on this channel. This is just a little rant, so I'm sorry. Anyways, so it's like, it's like 12:30 in the morning, which means it's like 30 minutes past midnight. And I decided to do a video. I'm probably gonna regret this in the morning. Like, sometimes I'll, like, look back at my old videos, since I've had this channel for, like, over 4 years, I think, at this point. And I'll sometimes look back at my old videos, and it's like I forgot that I did that, and now that I see that I did that, and I feel ashamed of myself, you know? But tonight, I should say, I'm just going to do a little rant. So first, I want to talk about, passing privilege, because I know, apparently, I I look like a 12-year-old boy, which is what I am. I am a 12-year-old boy. I do not think that, especially with the kids in my school, but I'll get to that in a moment. I feel like my definition of passing privilege, when I hear people say passing privilege, I think of a trans or, like, non-binary slang person, but, like, usually a trans person who passes, who, like, no one can tell they're trans. And that's happened with me a few times. I'm not sure how that happened. Like, I have a friend, and he didn't know I was trans for 6 months. Like, we go to, like, an LGBT thing, and he didn't pick up that I was trans for, like, 6 months, until I just, like, in conversation said something about it, and he was like, hold on, you're trans? So, apparently, also, sometimes people get angry if people with passing privilege make videos about dysphoria or being trans, because apparently they're not trans enough to be doing that. To that I say, screw you. If I want to do a video about my own experiences, I can, and I'm not going to, not do that for your opinions. I'm sorry. I'm very straightforward with my opinions sometimes. I guess just in general, like at school, I'm like, this kid today was talking about how I should get more expensive clothes because, all my clothes are from Walmart, which is not entirely true, but a lot of my clothes are. But it's like, I'm not going to change what I'm wearing to please you. You know, it's just like a thing where I'm not going to change myself to please other people. I'm sorry, I'm just not that way. I'm sorry. So I just wanted to put that out there, that, I don't care if I'm not qualified, if I'm not trans enough to make a video about this, but, I'm still going to, because I don't think that should matter. Anyways, what I was going to talk about is dysphoria. Now, dysphoria is something you need to be trans. Now, I've seen a thing going around, it's like, you don't need dysphoria to be trans, and it's like, if you don't have gender dysphoria, you're not trans. You're either faking it for whatever reason. I don't know. I literally do not know how people can think that you can be transgender without feeling like you're the other gender or like whatever. Um I personally see non-binary as like a separate thing. Like I know it falls under the trans umbrella. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't freak out at me. I just personally see it as its own separate thing. When I think of the word trans, I think, because gender is a spectrum, I think, like, from one, let's say that this right here is female, this is male, in the middle is, like, a non-binary agender, and then there's the ones in between. I feel like being trans is when you go from one extreme to the other. So, like, for me, I was born female, and so I went from, this is female, right, female to male. And so I'm gonna talk about dysphoria. Sorry, I just wanted to throw that in. I actually did put that in my little bullet notes that I have on my screen. It says dysphoria to be trans. Because yes, you need dysphoria. Like, not everyone has like body dysphoria, but you need to know, like, hey, this is not who I am this instead, to be trans. Okay, we're all caught up. Now, I'm gonna talk about my experience with dysphoria, because I have that. Now, I went mainly last year, like, I still obviously am trans, but I didn't deal with a lot of body dysphoria last year. Like, I obviously still dealt with it, because I have bad body dysphoria. By the way, it's not dysmorphia, that's a different thing, usually with, like, eating disorders. Please don't get those confused. But last year I didn't really have to deal with that, because compared to the other guys my age, I fit in fairly normally. Also, like, no one cares. I mean, but like, no one's gonna be like, oh my god, your voice is high pitched. You sound like an 8-year-old girl, and it's like, you do not want to know what 8-year-old Tyler sounded like. That was a train wreck. But yeah, like, no one cared last year, because compared to the other boys my age, yes, I passed fairly well. But I'm at the age now where all the cisgendered males. Oh god, I just remembered a video where a lady got mad at being called cis. She's like, I'm a real natural born woman. That was, oh god. But yeah, we're cisgendered males, the people, or just the people assigned male at birth, we'll just say, but I'm specifically speaking about cisgendered males because I identify as male, and that's who I'm comparing myself to. That feels weird saying that out loud. Like, my voice, like, if you just listen to any of the guys at my school who are not trans, because there's a lot of us, like, my voice is this isn't even my natural voice that I'm speaking in right now. In reality, my voice hasn't changed that much, from the age of, like, 10. But I just, like, subconsciously lower it. But even that, like, if I listen back to myself in the video, it is a lot higher than that of the average guy, like, cis guy my age. And it feels weird. I don't like it. I don't like it. Now, I just don't like it. I don't like it, especially since also at this age, is when guys, mainly cis guys, but I am thankfully read as male most of the time, so I am also included in that umbrella of what qualifies you. Oh my god, you. It's like, I don't know what you want from me. You're like, oh my god, they're bullying each other over, bodily features. Not just that. if you picked up on what, not just that, which, like, I don't even want to get involved in that discussion because Jesus Christ, what? There was a discussion about that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please don't try to figure it out. Going on behind me in my language arts class. And I just had to sit through it. It was an experience. But they're like, oh my god, your voice is high pitched. And then a girl literally came up to me and was like, oh my god, you're not even like a real boy. Because she knew I was trans. I don't even remember how that happened because I didn't tell her. So I don't even know how she figured that out. Or how she found out. But, yeah, she was like, oh my god, you're not even a real boy. Like, listen to how high pitched your voice is. And it's like, okay, ouch. Also, like in Adam, I know everyone technically has one, but like she also pointed that out to me. And it's like, and she also pointed out how I'm like shorter than most people. And it's like, you're not helping. I don't know what you're trying to achieve, but it's really not helping how I feel about myself right now, sweetie. It's just not. Like, sister, stop. Please. Anyways, I just wanted to do this little video, venting, if you will. Which I don't really do these videos that often, but felt a need to share some things. I might rant for a little longer. Cause, like, who does that? Like, you know a person is trans, and you still decide. Also, like, the questions I get asked, it's like, y'all are so freaking curious. If you are really so curious about very personal things, which you wouldn't go up to a random person on the street and ask all these personal questions. It's like, I'm not gonna answer you. What? Why would I answer that? Like, does it personally affect you? It's just like, it's annoying. I don't get it. I don't get how some people can just be so insensitive, I guess. Like, if you see that someone, if you know that somebody is trans, this is a little message to all my non-trans folks out there who watch my videos on if you don't know how to speak to a trans person, which I don't get. You just speak to them like a normal person. But if you don't know what to say, you're a little uneducated, probably, because schools don't teach you. They teach you not to bully people for race, and if you're a boy and a girl, even though intersex people exist, so even that doesn't even make sense, because even if you're going based off biology, you're also intersex people, which are physically neither. This is just a little tip to all my non-trans folks out there. If you know that somebody is trans, I can pretty much guarantee you that they don't want to hear how high-pitched or low-pitched, depending on what, where, I'm female to male, so I'm gonna speak from a perspective of a guy, and then I'll, correct myself for the male to female folks out there. So for female to male, they don't want to hear how high-pitched their voice is, if it's higher pitched than the other people. If we're short, they don't want to hear about it. If they don't really have, and if they don't, no one wants to be called out for their features if you're trans. Like, I just don't. I can guarantee you that. Like, I'm not gonna try to speak for a whole community because, like, if I did that, I would talk about this more often. But, like, I just don't because I don't see why I should. I'm not obligated to tell anyone anything, to be completely honest. Like, if there's somebody who's male to female and they're a bit taller than the average girl, she doesn't want to hear about that. She doesn't want to hear about how possibly low pitched her voice is. She doesn't want to hear anything like that. Like, just mind your own business. I feel like I'm attacking you guys. I'm just being real. Mind your own business, because it doesn't personally affect you. So you also don't need to ask personal questions. That's another thing. Don't ask like a bazillion personal questions because I can pretty much guarantee you that person probably does not want to answer them. And also don't don't be mean to people. That goes for everything. Like, not just the LGBT community. Just don't be mean to people and don't harass people. Understood? Are we clear on that? Did we have a nice little discussion about that? So I'm just going to just speak back on the thing I said earlier about why I don't really talk about being trans that often. Now, I probably will do like a full video on this, but the main reasons are, like I said earlier, I don't want that to be my defining characteristic. I just want to be seen as a guy, not the trans guy from the internet. So those are two reasons. I'm tired. I don't want that to be my defining characteristic. I don't want to be seen as trans guy because I'm just a guy. And also there was one more. I'm very tired. What was it? Bullet list right here. I should have written this down. I remembered it. I did do a video making a trans flag in Minecraft, like on a banner, because I got bored one day and I was like, hey, no one else has made this somehow, so I'll make it. I don't want to be an LGBT icon. Now that sounds narcissistic, but I'll actually pull up the video right now and just read you some comments. Hold on. Fluffy Enderpug. Go to my video. Haha. Hello? Hello? There you are. You, my voice. Okay, okay. So, you are an icon. Thank you, fam. I am now your fan. I don't know why I read that. You're a legend. These are actual comments, by the way. Like, if you go on a video, you will find these. You are extremely wholesome. I'm wholesome now, guys. What else is there? Godspeed, you magnificent BASTARD. This is what I was looking for. Not the LGBT icon we deserve, but the one we need. Now, I'm not attacking these people, obviously. They have very good intentions. I just don't want that to be me. Like, I don't want to be the LGBT icon or whatever. Thank you for those comments. They actually do mean a lot. I just don't. And it's fine, because that was a video about. It was a trans related video, so it makes sense. But, like, I just don't. Like, I feel like if I only ever talked about that, not saying I would be an icon, but that would be my defining characteristic, like I was saying earlier. It all comes full circle, don't it? This reason might be a bit of a stretch, but I don't like seeing transphobic comments on my videos. Like, on this video, there's, great, now I can burn something in Minecraft, and another comment just said that my parents must hate me. They don't. Thanks, for that. But, like, I just don't get it. I just don't get why I would put myself through that, because I just don't want to. And, because it's not my defining characteristic. Again, Not attacking people who do talk about that. Like, I just personally don't want that. Like, Sam Collins, that's a perfect example. He's great, and I watch his videos. He's really entertaining. I just don't. That's not my path, you know? I just want to exist in this world as a human being. Before anything else, as a human being. And that should be all. That should be all I need to do. I shouldn't need to please anyone in any way whatsoever. Like, I'm just going to exist, you know? Like, there was a scene in Supergirl, where Nia, who I'm only gonna say this cause, like I said, I don't like that being people's defining characteristic unless they specifically want that. But it does relate to what I'm about to say. She is a transgendered super, hero. And I'm pretty sure the actress is also trans, which is good. Like, it would be problematic if it would be kind of problematic if it wasn't. But, she did this thing where she was talking about how, yes, like, she went on TV in the show, and she was like, yes, I'm trans and an alien, but I also am a Gryffindor. I'm speaking about what she said. I'm not a Gryffindor. And it's like, yeah, I'd rather. This is my point. I'd rather be a person before I am a trans person. If you get what I mean. You know, I'd rather be a person who sings too much, or a 21 Pilots fan or something, before that. Let's save the pitiful children. Let's save the pitiful children. I off myself instead, wish I was never born. I'm just Michael, who's a loner, so he must be a stoner. Rides a PT Cruiser, God, he's such a loser. Michael flying solo, who you think that you know? Michael in the back room by himself. That was probably god awful, but I'd rather be a person who likes to be more chill. That's the thing. Before anything else, right? It's better than drugs, Jeremy. It's from Japan! It's a joke, I just find it funny. Even if they didn't, like, scream it's from Japan, just the line, it's better than drugs, Jeremy. It's from Japan, is... I love it. A lot. I love play rehearsal because it's the best, because it is fun. Tyler's natural voice came out in that last part and is right now. And he's trying to hide it, but it's not really working because he's singing a song that sounds like that. Oh god, why did I do that? Jesus Christ. Love play rehearsal. Love play rehearsal whenever I am in plays. I really do. This is becoming less of a trans video, more of a be more chill video. But that's kind of the point, ain't it? A person. I am a person. I am a person before I am a trans person. Okay? Got it? That is what we've been trying to establish this whole time. Oh my god, I just realized I might be a giraffe. So moral of the story. Moral of the story. Oh god. The story? Oh my god, sisters! Save the turtles! Ska ska ska! Can I just do an outro without getting distracted? Oh my god. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can just do an outro. I'm sorry. Words fail. Words fail. There's nothing I can say clearly because I've been dragging out this outro for way too long, and I'm sorry for that. I really am. Oh my god, it is literally almost 1 in the morning. Like I've said many times in this video, I get weird when I'm tired. Moral of the story, do not suck, do not be transphobic, and stay derpy, stay merpy, stay hydrated.